Hello, it is Chai, and if you are a current subscriber, you're probably wondering what's going on. Well, I put up a poll on Twitter and Instagram for you guys to decide whether or not I should merge my booktube channel with my art channel when I actually started making videos, or if I should just keep something entirely separate. So far, the poll's still going on, so maybe I'm doing it a little preemptively, but so far it seems like 2/3 are in agreement that merging the channel seems like a good idea. So I'm thankful for that, because that's partially the reason why I wanted to do that is because me having two separate channels might have made it harder for me to keep track of and update, and majorly is because there's actually some things I'm going to talk about with books that are actually art related. So I just figured it might be better just to have them in one place rather than me linking to it back and forth. So yeah. And for people who are booktubers, well, you know what this is about. This is the Booktube Newbie Tag, and we'll just jump right into the questions. So, 1. Why did you start this channel? This channel specifically, obviously for art, animatics, stuff like that, but why I decided to start doing booktube is because I wanted to get back into reading, and I found booktube like sometime last summer, and I was just like, oh, this is interesting, this makes me want to read again, and I just have been absorbing that content for a while, and I have just been getting more and more interested in reading again, which is great. So I just wanted this to act as a motivator for me to read and also have conversations about it. 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? Well, so the thing is, obviously everybody has different content, which is all inspired by their own personal niches or something like that. I want to talk about art quite a bit. I wanted to talk about cover artists. Typically whenever I find a cover I especially like, sometimes there are like actual books that I get interested into just because of the cover, because we do judge it by that just a bit, because that's just how it is. It is a design that is meant to capture attention or tell bits of the story, and it's something that I feel like is a little undervalued, so I'm probably gonna find different artists for cover art when I especially like their work. I'm probably gonna talk about them a bit. Probably gonna look into their Instagram, stuff like that, because usually you can find it from just Googling their name. So that's not always the case. Sometimes people don't actually post their stuff on social media very often, but I am finding that it is more and more the case as time goes on, because that's just really how art business is done now, is just you post art on social media. There's obviously different ways, but I really like for you just like, oh hey, look at this cover artist's Instagram, look at their great work. I do want to talk about graphic novel stuff too, but this isn't going to be the majority of my stuff, but it is something that I am personally invested in, so yeah. Okay, 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Well, I'm excited to actually start having conversations about book stuff again. Typically it's just me ranting about something small on my Twitter, and which is just the nature of Twitter, let's be real, but I want to start being more involved in it, because I never really, even when I was super into books, I was never really into book fandoms. When I was super into Harry Potter, I was never part of the Harry Potter fandom. Like, there are bits that I super loved, and I consider myself part of it, but I never actually posted anything. I never really did fan art. The most I ever did was doing just drawing myself and my friends in our houses. That's as far as it went, but I feel like this is a good time for me to have some integration into fandom stuff with my art for books. I don't know, I'm excited to see what I can do by merging everything and combining it into something that I feel like will be interesting. I don't know. We'll see how it works out, because this has potential to crash and burn, but I doubt that it will. It'll all work out just fine. Let's see, question. My screen locked. Why do you love reading? Escapism. Okay, so actually I love reading because the fact that you can create worlds, stuff like that, you can build characters, you can just create new environments that other people get invested in. It is a great flex of your creativity, and also the fact that you can visualize stuff from the words and also maybe draw the words. I don't know, it's just something that's really fun, so there's that. Let's see, what book series got you into reading? For the first series that I got into, it's a series of Unfortunate Events and Harry Potter. I I got to a series of unfortunate events before Harry Potter, and then Harry Potter was just like, hey, yo, what's up? And I'm like, okay, this is my life now. And then J.K. Rowling kind of fucked things up a bit, but it's fine. It's okay. But 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I didn't really think about questions to ask anybody, so just how do you consistently keep reading, I guess, because that's the thing. I actually do read a lot. I just don't read books. I just read a lot of fics. This has been my life for so long. 7, what challenge did you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Reading, actually reading. I think me actually making videos will probably be a bit easier once I have the time. There's usually like a certain date that I have the time to do it, but actually making time to read, to make the videos, and have well thought out conversations about them is probably the hardest part. So that's gonna be my biggest struggle, but I think I can get used to it. It's fine. When did you start reading? When I was a wee bab. For the others to it. Where do you read? In my bed, usually fics on my phone, or when I travel now, which is for conventions, which is something that's very recent, but I listen to audiobooks on the plane because if I'm doing a 5-hour flight, I can knock out a book probably. Let's see, what kind of books do you like to read? A lot of different kinds, honestly. I really like contemporary. I read some YA. I also like some true crime stuff. I just got Michelle McNamara's I'll Be Gone in the Dark, so I'm excited to listen to the audiobook, but I'm kind of hesitant because I've heard some people who are really into true crime who have never been scared by a book have been just like, this is a hard thing to listen to, which I don't doubt. But yeah, so that's really all there is to it. You'll be seeing more of me, and I will hopefully try to keep a consistent schedule, which isn't worked out just yet because things are a little hectic right now, but I should be getting a freer schedule for July, hopefully, because I am taking most of the month off just to work on merch. So hopefully the time between that, I can just read some stuff, make some videos, and have a good time. One last note for new booktube people. So I'm Chai, obviously, we covered that. Also, I go by they, them pronouns. I exclusively go by they, them pronouns. So yeah. So I'll see you guys soon, and bye-bye.